Welcome to Company Showcase, an advertising feature on HowStreet.com.
I'm Jim Goddard. I'm speaking with Larry Reaugh, CEO and President of American Manganese. Welcome back to the show, Larry.
Thanks, Jim.
Larry, did you have some new news to tell us about this week?
Well, we had a press release out on October the 15th, and I'm probably going to talk most of my podcast here about that, because when we put it out, I could have swore that I said that we were rejected, but a great kudo for us is that we were given participation in the Canadian secondary battery R&D mission to South Korea. And what does that mean? That means it opens up a whole avenue of battery manufacturers and EV car manufacturers in Korea to introduce them to our product. And actually some of the South Korean companies that will be looking at this, we already have NDAs with, but that's only some of them. So there's, as far as I'm concerned, it's a great opportunity for the company and the shareholders, and we are basically in there because of our collaboration and grants that we received from the National Research Council Industrial Research Program, which is IRAP, and so that shows that IRAP thinks that we've got something worth talking about. These will be tailored for business meetings with Korean companies to discuss R&D collaboration opportunities, something we've been trying to do for the past 2 years. So to me, it's kind of fallen by the side that nobody's really understood what we're talking about. And Zarko will be presenting on October 21st. It's a sold-out event, and we'll have presentation from other companies. Now, there's other companies such as LG Chem, Samsung, SD4, and SK Innovation, just to name a few. The mission's objective is to focus on Canadian companies to potential Korean partners for industrial R&D and potential future commercialization. So that's very important. R&D collaboration includes validation, adoption, or joint development of Canadian technology in Korea or other markets. So, this is, to me, is the fantastic opportunity for the company. We'll get to talk to a whole room full of, it'll be virtual, but we get to talk to a whole room full of Korean people that are in the EV manufacturing and recycling area in Korea. And so South Korea, I should say. So anyway, the whole thing is going to be fantastic for us. We're looking forward to it. We're looking forward for the responses that we may get from that meeting, and it should be something that the shareholders should look forward to. So basically, Jim, we're getting recognized around the world, and only be if sometime in the near future, it may not be Korea, but it may be somebody else that steps up to the plate and wants to joint venture our whole project. For example, we had meetings in Kmetco yesterday and did a tour of the pilot plant with a major company that invests in the green scheme, and the green scheme does include recycling. So you're seeing lots of information out there on recycling now. You're seeing companies that are talking about building plants. Nobody has a clue to what their performance and recoveries and purities are, but they're going to build a plant. Well, we've spent over $7 million on our R&D, and we were one of the first ones out of the chute and one of the first ones to ever get patents. So we got 2 patents, and that's been basically the foundation of all the work that we're doing. I know people get a little depressed because we're optimizing and everything like that, but they have to remember the time to optimize is before you build the plant. You don't want to build a plant and find out that you've got something is wrong, something you should have found out. And the actuality is that we're close to coming to the end of that, so we can get started on our design and move forward. So I just wanted to point out some of the salient points in that press release that seem to have been overlooked, and certainly it brought on, as usual, our press releases bring on a lot of selling. And I don't have to go into the predator trading to remind you where that comes from. But anyway, we're happy, and we've got things to look forward to every week. Hopefully we'll have some announcements on what's happening with our spin-out, particularly maybe on the 43101 report next week sometime, but we'll just have to wait for that. So, Jim, that's kind of what I wanted to say, except have a good weekend here. It's blowing and raining and cold, but I don't plan on going out anyway, so that's okay with me.
Larry, so many governments now are mandating that only electric cars will be sold by a certain date, a decade or so down the road. How important is that to your company?
Oh, super important. They're talking about, getting rid of gas cars in probably the next few years, totally get rid of them, have nothing but electric vehicles or their fuel cells. That's sort of a technology that will also be moving along, but I think electric vehicles have got everything else beat hand down. And what does that mean? That means more cars, more batteries, and not only that, Jim, submarines, ships, airplanes, you name it. Everybody's going electric.
Larry, for people new to American Manganese, what's the company all about?
The company is a critical metals company that developed a process for manganese back in 2009 to, 2012. We got it patented, and that's for treating of low grades of manganese. And remember that manganese is important, very important to the U.S., and we took that patent and we evolved it into a patent for treating lithium-ion batteries. Simple. And it sounds simple. Our initial tests were great, and but to get it all finalized into the hands of the patent offices and into the hands of potential investors has taken time. But we're doing everything right, and so I can't apologize for that. We move on to that. We're a company that's listed on the Venture Exchange under the symbol AMY. We're listed in the U.S. under the symbol AMYZF. We're listed in Frankfurt under the symbol 2AM. We have a website out there called American Manganese, Inc., and if you go to that website, you can do all the diligence that you need to do. We try to keep that well up to date and supplied. And you can contact the company here at 778-574-4444. And you can contact me at LREAUGH@AMYMN.com.
Larry, thank you so much for the update.
You're welcome, Jim.
My guest has been Larry Reaugh, CEO and President of American Manganese. I'm Jim Goddard. Our conversation took place on October 16th.
Comments made on Company Showcase are an expression of opinion only and should not be construed in any manner whatsoever as recommendations to buy or sell any financial instrument at any time. Archived online at HowStreet.com. Company Showcase is a production of How Street Media Incorporated.